Good evening and thanks so much for staying with us. Pope Francis already making his way through Mexico as he travels north throughout the country and heads to the Texas-Mexico border.
This morning he arrived in the southern Mexican state of Chiapas, where he is expected to hold Mass in 3 indigenous languages. Our Melissa Dunn joins us live now from El Paso as they're preparing for the Pope's arrival for his last stop in Juarez. Hey there, Melissa.
Hey there, good evening, Terry and David. It has been a very exciting weekend. Of course, a lot of emotion coming from everyone, as in just a couple of days, Pope Francis is going to be here along the Texas-Mexico border making history. Well, we actually went ahead and checked out those fairgrounds where Pope Francis is expected to make this cross-border mass, and the fairgrounds is outstanding. So take a look. A $2 million altar in Ciudad Juarez now ready for Pope Francis, where he will celebrate Mass with hundreds of thousands on Wednesday.
The location where we are is one of grand significance. It's a Mass that will be celebrated between 2 countries. El Paso is very united with us. There will be people right across the river.
Ciudad Juarez, formerly considered the murder capital of the world, is now working to move past the violence, and the Pope's visit speaking to that.
Of course, when Juarez went through its bad times, we were the funeral homes that took care of both families on both sides of the border.
Owner of an El Paso funeral home, Salvador Peches, says he's witnessing more and more families move out of El Paso and back to Mexico.
Well, it has made a huge turnaround. It's getting a lot better. Families that moved to El Paso are coming back.
On any given day, the streets of Ciudad Juarez are filled with people. But as the days get closer for Pope Francis' arrival, even more people will be expected to come across the border.
We're expecting a lot of people. We already feel it in the traffic.
Father Francisco Garcia says the announcement for the Pope's visit came late, but in just 5 weeks, he says their labor is coming alive before them.
It's the faith that will be projected in many different ways, and one is in exactly that of a message of peace, justice, and happiness.
Now, check it out. That altar that you saw is actually going to be a permanent fixture in Ciudad Juarez, and it's going to be something that'll definitely remember the Pope's visit for lots of time to come. Terry and David?
Melissa, how is Border Patrol preparing for so many people that are expected to arrive this week?
Yeah, David, they're actually estimating nearly 500,000 people that are going to be flocking to this area. So you can imagine that's a lot of people that all this event has attracted to the border. So when we spoke with them this weekend, they told us there's like an estimate about 4 to 5 hours just to travel to and from the U.S. side to Mexico. So definitely keep that in mind if you're traveling to the area. And if not, don't worry, because I'll have you covered on KLVK News. I'll toss it back to you, David, in the studio.
All right, we look forward to it, Melissa. Thank you very much for staying up late with us.